Hello and good day. My name is Hello and good day to you. My name is Muhammad Ilyas bin Abdul Rahman. Hello and good day to you. My name is Muhammad Ilyas bin Abdul Rahman. Today I'm going to present a major depressive disorder (MDD) for my subject NBCP3912 clinical practice for mental health. To begin with the introduction, MDD is MDD is characterized by persistently low mood for at least 2 weeks, associated with low self-esteem, loss of interest in usually pleasurable activities, lack of energy, pain with no obvious cause. All these patients usually receive with the depressive symptoms. Hello and good day to you. My name is Muhammad Ilyas bin Abdul Rahman. This is a video for major depressive disorder for my subject NBCP 3912, clinical practice for mental health. We begin with the introduction. MDD is characterized by persistently low mood for at least 2 weeks. Usually, this patient presented with low self-esteem, low loss of interest in usually pleasurable activities. You can see patient came up with there's lack of interest with usually they are having pleasure with their daily activities such as listening to music or traveling. Now they begin to not do all the pleasurable activities. They stop listening to music again. They didn't want to travel. They tend to close themselves or lock themselves in the room. They also lack of energy, even though they have adequate uh, adequate hours of sleep. They they always think don't have. They always look like they don't have enough energy throughout the day. Even though they have enough resting hours. Also, they presented with pain with no obvious cause. Usually pain with abdominal pain or pain in joints, but there's no obvious cause that causing the pain. Some and most of some or most of the patients presented with delusions or hallucinations. This is the worst part of MDD. MDD is caused by a combination of genetic, environmental, and psychological factors, with genetics accounting around 40% of the risk. So it's more on the genetic side. But as you can see in the world today, the, the psychiatric is becoming number one major threat to the community because of the social. MBD causes negative impact on person's personal life, career, or education, as well as their sleeping, eating, and overall health. Yes, of course, MBD would affect. Uh, in fact, unlike like other illness, psychiatric problem can cause the whole system. If you say in education, not not only on their health, but also on their community and career as well. So the case study that I'm going to present today is Mr. E. Mr. E is an individual being discussed. It's a regular 30-day readmit to Dr. Pamai Baru. Mr. E was admitted before, but this time he was admitted again. The paper looks at the actions and attendance that contribute to the patient's hospitalization and explores empirical evidence obtained from the patient. The study also discusses Mr. E expected research plans and gaps in the healthcare system that remains in today's world. This shows that Mr. E is profoundly affected by major depression. The demographic data and general health history on 1st of March 2021, Mr. E was referred by Klinik Kesihatan Masai in Johor Bahru and admitted to Hospital Permai Johor Bahru. On this latest month-long admission, he was cared for on several occasions as 30-day readmit. Previous admission were due to suicidal attempts and such or suicidal thoughts overdose. and risk acceleration. So previously, Mr. E was admitted because of suicidal attempt. This time around, uh, previously he was admitted because of suicidal attempt by a risk depression and drug overdose. But this time around, he was taking selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors SSRI drugs, which resulted in sertraline overdose. Also, the same of the latest admission, Mr. E was also with suicidal attempt by taking SSRI medication overdose. Upon arrival, he had a very flat, flat and emotionless effect on the start of the patient admission. Mr. E appears to engage in conversation and seemed depressed in his demeanor and physical appearance. Mr. E has expressed hopelessness in his emotions and thoughts. Mr. E's facial expressions began with sad, angry, and even depressed expressions, a typical MDD presentation. There are multiple social factors that his effect on Mr. E mental health. His family has greatest factor influence. You see, the greatest influence for the Mr. E's admission was because of the cultural, not the genetic. The Mr. E's social emotional support was severely affected by the death of both of his parents. Following the death of his mother, the patient's sister refused to allow Mr. E into her life, adding to the lack of love in his life and contributing to his depression. For this, Mr. E had both parents to support for the emotional love. But this time around, not only Mr. E had lost both of the parents, but also the sister refused to accept him in her life. Thus, Mr. E had no support from the family. He lost the bout of he lost the bout of his peripheral vision because of surgical complications to treat his epilepsy years ago. Adding to that problem, Mr. E also had a loss of peripheral vision due to the epilepsy surgical intervention years before. Because of that, Mr. E has a difficulty finding work in the community because there are few companies would like to hire Mr. E with the lack of poor vision. So without work, Mr. E loses an income and a sense of independence, which contributes to his depressed condition. You see, we have two problems here. First is family and community support. The second is financial support. Finally, the negative stigma associated with mental well-being can have negative impact on Mr. E and his mental health. This is a problem of the society. So we tend to look at the psychiatric problem and we want to push them away, but we are not helping them. So mental illness is culturally frowned upon and not universally accepted in our culture, which may prevent Mr. E from feeling accepted in the society with failure. So how is Mr. E going to live with the cultural rejection? Mr. E increased in alcohol intake after his mother died earlier this year, and as a result, he lost contact with his last close family member, his sister. So his sister actually rejected him because of the alcoholic abuse. Mm, Fortunately, Mr. E rents out a portion of his house, which he inherited from his father after his death, but his tenant had to move out soon after his mother died, so this will contribute to the patient's tension. Mr. E had several depressive episodes due to lack of career, family, or friends, which resulted in several suicidal attempts and hospitalizations this year. Mr. E attempted to end his life by taking a handful of satellite fire to his most recent hospitalization. So this time around, Mr. E was taking overdose of SSRI to end his life. Soon after, he told her friend, who then called the cops, resulting in his involuntary hospitalization. Luckily, he contacted his friend, then his friend called the police that led Mr. E hospitalization. So on the assessment findings, to assess a patient's session with NBD, we will look at the attention, executive functioning, vocabulary, memory, orientation, practice, prosody, thought material, thought process, and visual spatial proficiency, and some of the cognitive functions that can be evaluated. The first symptom for Mr. E is depressed mood for most of the day, almost every day. Mr. E mentioned being depressed on regular basis. He was depressed on daily basis and cried often. Second, weight gain or loss. Mr. E lost Mr. E lost weight because he was having financial difficulties in his daily life. Third, Mr. E showed no interest or enjoyable from almost all activities for the majority of the day. Mr. E showed no interest or pleasure Mr. E showed no interest or pleasure from the activities he was participating in. He believed he was struggling with difficult feelings as a result of his everyday daily activities. He no longer gets the social invite that he usually gets and enjoys. He said that he had nothing to look forward to, nothing that had piqued his interest. So after recently he had no invitation from the friends, also had no interest in doing activities that he liked to do. Fourth, insomnia. If you struggle to fall asleep, go back around 2 or 3 a.m. and have restless night sleep. 6. Frequent exhaustion and energy loss. Mr. E felt he lacked energy and inspiration, and he was still tired. 6. Almost daily feelings of inappropriate shame and worthlessness. He categorized himself as anxious, worried all the time, nervous, inflated with guilt, and unable to cope with his disability. Mr. E felt like there is no way out because of this condition, because of his peripheral vision, because of the rejection of the family and the community. So he felt like worthless for being alive. 7. Inability to focus on regular basis. He described his thought as jumbled and perplexing. He would take long time to make decisions, only to change his mind later. He had concern about any choices he did make, so he was worried all the time to make decisions, and also he worried about the decisions that he never made before. That's a typical MBTI symptom. People tend to regret for not doing what they didn't do instead of what they did do. So management for Mr. E included of mixed clinical and environmental factors. Interpersonal psychotherapy is offered to describe an RL of one as addressing social problems that are causing depression distress. So psychotherapy is crucial in management of the psychiatrist, not only by the physician but by the psychotherapist. Clinical psychotherapy. The problem solving therapy is discussed in context of community therapy. Those research post-treatment can be done by assistant medical officers without the assistance of the therapist. The treatment the AMO can give involves the administration of drugs such as antidepressants, treatment, and anti-anxiety medication. When Mr. E in the hospital, the administration of this drug helps to sustain the drug compliance and create a therapeutic level of stabilization. Mr. E engaged in several counseling opportunities and interactions in addition to conventional therapy. Mr. E was given several options on his daily treatment, as well as open communication so he could be controlled in his care and activities. Owing to his lack of independence due to the loss of peripheral vision, his therapeutic interaction is critical in this person's care. It assists him in regaining independence, regaining trust in himself, and improving depressive symptoms. Because of Mr. E has a peripheral vision disability, we need to assist him in being independent. Because in the hospital, we can help him So it is crucial for us to support him so he can support for himself independently. The entertainment of component of Mr. E's videography is the most critical. Each patient on the floor is not allowed to have any arms, bruises, belts, or any other potentially harmful substances. This ensures that Mr. E does not have access to any means of self-harm during his stay. All this can harm the patient's safety, also the staff safety. It fosters a secure environment which the patient, especially himself, is protected. Finally, the science environment formal interaction is introduced. It not only aids that the enforcement of the unit rules and regulations, but it is also aids in the patient's social contact with other patients. We engage the Mr. E to have a social contact with all other patients. Mr. E confirmed that he loves the camaraderie that he experienced when engaging with other patients in the unit. To ensure the safety of himself and others in the unit, the patient's belongings were taken and locked up upon entry. Anticonvulsant is administered to Mr. E for mood stabilization. Antipsychotic hold-down is to help regulate anxiety. Target is the anticonvulsant to treat seizures and control bipolar disorder. Vitamin B, a capsule that is used to aid with alcoholism and depression. Carbon hydrochloride is an antidepressant used to treat insomnia. Finally, a nicotine gum is prescribed to cope with cravings and nicotine withdrawal. All these are drugs that are given to victims to cope with psychosis. There was no change. Unfortunately, there was no change also stop resisting treatment during the first week of care. Medication enforcement was upheld, but the patient results were unsuccessful due to difficulties in locating the patient and obtaining a discharge date. Mr. E continued to exhibit depressive behaviors or emotions, including a lack of enthusiasm, monotone speech, and common suggestion lack of hope because of the lack of positive outcomes. However, by the third week, Mr. E had received a word that he was making strides towards his discharge plan, that his drugs were reaching therapeutic levels, and that his mood had changed dramatically. Mr. E conducted himself as a well-kept manner and well-dressed. This demeanor was upbeat, and then he seemed eager to engage in conversation. He expressed enthusiasm and hope for his new role and confirmed that he is looking forward to finally starting to make improvements in this time. Based on Mr. E's observation and so, the outcome was positive and successful. A month after admission, Mr. E's facial expression shifted to be more friendly, animated, and expressive. His movement was smooth and deliberate, and his expressions were tense and appeared relaxed. So we have successful in managing Mr. E for the 1 long admission. So when considered that it is very important for Mr. E's recovery, that the most important recovery is not the relapse, so that Mr. E will not be reunited again. So in conclusion, a diagnosis of major depression (MDD) may have a significant effect on one's life, as we discussed in Mr. E's life. There is always a prevalence of a mental disorder that is disruptive to the science daily functioning after repeated admission into a psychiatric facility. So we want to prevent this prevalence of re-admission. We don't want people to relapse. That's why it is important for us to have a strong community support from the and family support. The patient's health research, this is the treatment such as medication and therapy. This is what we can do in the hospital. But in outside of hospital, it's quite tough for us to treat the patient. However, in this situation, half of the fight is getting into each treatment that is required in terms of financial support and living arrangement that can truly provide a therapeutic atmosphere for him and a professional time. So hopefully, with a better Support from family and friends is